Hey you guys. So haven't done one of these in a while, and um, said I was supposed to do it every Thursday, but oh coincidence, it's Thursday, and I just thought I'd make this one. This topic is gonna be about death, and it can be so hard to lose someone that you love, and I just experienced that recently. My grandfather died 2 weeks ago, and yesterday I went to his funeral. And it can be really hard, just really hard to cope with because, like, they've been with you, maybe your parents or your grandparents or your aunt or uncle or sister or brother. They've been with you your whole life, and all of a sudden they're gone. They're just, even if you expected it, I expected my grandpa to die. It wasn't a surprise that he did, but it was still a big shock. No matter how much you try to prepare for it, you're not prepared for when they do. And, it's just that you, you need to find a way to cope with it, grieving. You can definitely grieve, but I learned that there's a lot of ways to grieve about death, about anyone in your life, friend, family, anyone. People grieve in different ways, and some cry all the time, others don't even cry at all. Some of them go into depression, and it's like this people grieve in different ways, and it doesn't mean if someone doesn't cry, it doesn't mean that they didn't love them less. It means that it's just their way of grieving, or it hasn't really hit them yet. It just, it's taking time. That's what happened to me when I first heard about my grandfather. I I didn't cry. I mean, it was such a big shock to me, I didn't cry. Because I just saw him 2 days earlier, and all of a sudden, he's gone. But, when I heard it on the news, my grandfather, he worked for ABC 7 News, and they did a whole big story about him. I cried then, yes. He was my grandfather, and it seemed wow, he is dead. But, then, after that news story, I didn't really cry. I just kind of felt like I just moved on with my life. Until yesterday, at the service, I couldn't help but cry. I saw his coffin there, and it's is that really you? Are you there? Just there dead? And then when when we went to the burial, it was so hard. When I saw him, they're taking him to that little the grave. They didn't put him inside the dirt yet. They just had them sitting on top of it for people to say their last goodbyes, and I did. He was even though we were not blood related, he was my grandfather. He has been a grandfather role model to me. And I always called him Grandpa, Bob, you know? It's just, and, then it hit me. It hit me that he is really dead. He is leaving forever. And it's, some people, like, they can't stand the sight of their loved one like, leaving. Like, just not being able to see them again. And, like I said, there are so many ways of grieving, and sadly, some people go into depression for a long time. And for those of you who are depressed about a loved one, maybe now, like a loved one not being there anymore, you should take counseling. I'm not saying it in a bad way at all, because some people get really offensive by counseling, trust me, like I do, but you really need to go to counseling, like grieving counseling, you know, pick like someone who's like maybe around your age or older who's experienced this kind of stuff, and they will help you cope with it. And it's just, it could be so hard just to deal with a loved one being lost. I'm sorry if I'm saying the same things over and over again, but it's just, sometimes people need to hear that. And just remember, everything is going to be okay. If it doesn't, like I say, this is like my saying I always say to everyone, it'll be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. So, just for all of you out there, I hope that you find, for everyone there who's experienced death of a loved one, remember, they are in a better place. They're in no pain anymore. I mean, they're no pain anymore. And thank you so much for watching this video. I will be posting more. And I just wish the best of luck for all of you.